Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of The Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Tip of the Mitt fishing report with Brian Kosminski of True North Trout. How you doing, Brian?
I am far beyond excellent. How you doing, Marvin?
As always, just trying to stay out of trouble. And we were talking before we started recording. You're feeling fall in the air in Michigan.
Some of the ferns are starting to die. It's getting dark earlier than it's usually, and we're seeing 50-degree temperatures in the evening. It feels like sweater weather in the morning. If you're in the UP, you definitely want to bring a hooded sweatshirt because the mosquitoes are going to carry you away.
There you go. Yeah, I can literally smell the campfire smoke while you're telling us that. And how's the fishing?
Fishing's been on and off. Last week we had a little bit of a heat wave. We had some 85-degree, very humid days, but it cools off at night, so our water temperatures are pretty safe. We fished the Jordan quite a bit last week. The mousing's been very good. Also, I had a phenomenal day with a couple of clients. We were throwing the little black ghost, and we scared up, 10 or 15 little 12, 14-inch brook trout, and that's a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say the gray ghost is one of my favorite top secret streamer patterns.
It did the trick that day. That is for sure.
Yeah. And so, this is actually a question. I'm glad we're getting this one in before it gets any cooler because we won't be able to have a terrestrial bite. But Ann wanted to get your favorite terrestrial patterns for chasing brook trout. That's a
tough one because all of September, and people don't think about it, but I will throw a Chernobyl ant well into September. And you and I both talked about doing the drowned ant, little black para, Jaeger's 309, but my absolute favorite is either the red or the royal hippie stomper, and that will generally catch brook trout all fall, backed up with the Charlie Boy hopper.
Yeah, there you go, and it's great. I mean, we're certainly still in the throes of summer, so the terrestrial bite down here in the Carolinas is strong, and it's actually for probably, I don't know, for the next 2 to 3 weeks, probably the most consistent thing you're going to be able to do if you're trying to fish dry flies.
I agree, and I think it's a good thing to do for beginner anglers because they can see the fly, and if you want to put on a small hare's ear, put a dropper behind that 18 to 20 inches, and you'll see what the fish are hitting on.
Yeah, absolutely. And, folks, we love questions at the Articulate Fly. You can email them to us or send them to us on our Facebook or Instagram page, and if we use your question, I'll send you some Articulate Fly swag, and we're going to do a drawing for something cool at the end of the season. And as always, we got to give a shout out to our friends at Norvise who so generously sponsor the fishing report. And we were talking before we started recording that, really the story still is their new shank jaws, and they've reloaded those so they're not running out within like the first 5 minutes that they're on the website. And you were talking about tying up some fall patterns on yours.
I'm thinking about getting in the fall mood with some autumn splendors. There's nothing like a rubber leg woolly bugger with the big yellow legs and that new shag dub material that you can throw on there. It makes a pretty attractive looking fly that hardly any trout can resist.
Very neat. And those jaws are incredibly versatile. So even if you're not tying intruders or game changer style flies, it's a very versatile style of jaws to put with your Norvise system, and you can use them to tie all kinds of stuff.
I completely agree.
Yeah. And so if you want to see them in action, folks, if you head on over to www.nor-vice.com, you can check them out. And before I let you get back to your evening, Brian, why don't you let folks know where they can find you so they can book in fish with you?
Look me up on Facebook and Instagram at True North Trout, or you can find me at truenorthtrout.com. Love to have you on the river.
Absolutely. Well, listen, folks, you owe it to yourself to get out there and catch a few. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Brian.
You as well. Have a great night. We'll see you.
Take care.